that gate.
Alright, feeling spunky this morning. Let's go do some blue hole.
Well, yeah, just screaming and beautiful this afternoon on Monday. A Monday in May. And we are along the canal here. It leads up to the pay window at Blue Hole. No harm, no foul in monetizing all this beauty, but still, why don't we tell the people what it really is? Get all this baked and bubbly here. Goodness. Pocked out air holes, squares, rectangles, trapezoids. Oh, I love this, man. Look at here. The irony. I mean, why so much rubble? And why so many obvious blocks? There's nothing here that's natural. Nothing. Except the trees that grew up. Trees and grass. That's it. I mean, it's Monday, so I'm not sure what's going on up there at the desk. The entrance gate. I'm just gonna walk the trail. And I don't hear any water. That's funny. I mean, this thing is normally raging. It ain't because of drought. It's because they got the water turned off. Duh. Let me tell you what. Certain times of the year, this thing is just flowing and going. It's an absolute sick joke for them to continue to perpetuate the idea that rainfall has the biggest thing to do with this thing being empty. Look at this. This is just all the way down, turned off. The faucet is closed. They've got it dammed off somewhere, or they've got it just turned off. Look at all this deep canal bed. Oh my God, look at these giant slabs, baked out slabs, of course. Down here. Yeah, they've got this shut off, guys. It's just wicked obvious. This is nuts. And these trees, of course, are gorgeous. You know, who knows? Who knows if the trees were planted by the old world folks? But just check out all the roots here, man. It's kind of a nice opportunity to get in here and really look at what's on the riverbed, or whatever they're calling this. I say bricks. Why would there be bricks everywhere? Sorry, guys. I go through waves of adulation and disgust for... Look at all this stuff, man. It's all controlled. This is an engineered canal. This isn't nature. This is old world tech in ruin. Just like everything in the hill country. Go figure. Pretty incredible, though. See the bricks? A brick right there. Just exploring down here with some tourists. Checking out this canal. I've got the water turned off here. Oh, goodness. Am I fired up? Maybe a little bit, but I'm actually in a great mood. It's a Monday, and I'm walking on these trees. What a beautiful thing. Birds are singing. I didn't expect this morning. what y'all know. I mean, some of y'all got to get on the phone with the county and say, hey, what's up? What is up with this? I mean, what's going on here? You got everybody thinking this is like, I mean, natural, but beyond that, like an artesian spring. Is that what Blue Hole is? Come on. Enough's enough, guys. I mean, come on, it's springtime. What's up? What's up, Hayes County? Y'all are silly. Y'all are super silly. Hey, I love this place though. Still, the mystery, the grandeur, the in-your-faceness. I mean, some of you locals, some of you local yokel Wembley folks, come on and chime in. I know y'all got some property with some staggering tech just hanging out. Beautiful hangout spots that not many people know about because it's tucked off in these neighborhoods and whatnot. Y'all holler at your boy, man. I'll come out and expose the living hell out of it. Let's do this, man. Rubble, toiled and trouble. Here's a whole nother side of this. Ooh, this is way wider than I expected. Let me go wide here again. This is, yeah. So the canal goes off this way, in through the neighborhood, and it goes down here, and I bet across the way there is Creek Haven Inn. Some awesome people with an awesome B&B. It's always been here. Okay, here we go. Check this out. They've got it turned off to a point, and here's the water line where it's settled. They left us just enough to, keep the trees from dying, basically, and give the birds a little something to drink, give the spring tourists a little something to swim in down here. I mean, again, no harm, no foul. This is all private property. Let's just be clear about that. Blue Hole, that's not owned by the county. It's actually privatized now, so, all the best to the folks that are tending to this property. It's lovely. However, let's bring the real story to light, shall we? Yeah, all the way down to Blue Hole. I see the there's a swing down there, and there's a little rock pedestal where people like to swim off of, and then up to here, big open field, where people post up with their blankets, and just that's the relaxed point where they let everybody chill. I mean, this is a beautiful thing. All I got to do is just accept what's here, accept reality, and just, wake up from the fairy tale. That's all. I mean, hey, this celebration right here. We can unravel the truth and what's actually happening, what's going on here. And get back to the fact that this place has a deep and grand prehistory. Okay, a little side flow action here, and I hear the faucets on down here, so let's proceed. Little baby waterfall. That's pretty sweet. A lot of nice trees here. I mean, a little sweet spot of engineered paradise, and that's exactly what it is, y'all. Don't get it twisted. I mean, Mother Nature's all a part of this. And there's some other grand design, old world grand design going on here. And it's pretty magical. This is just what's up. Oh, funny, look down here. I'm just chilling, more blocks, 90 degree. What, nature, guys? So, anybody who's just stuck to that story, trust me, it's like trying to force it into a hole that it just won't go. I mean, how can you not have like some dissonance or in your body for I don't know, just some resistance or something? Because you know, your paradigm's off. Your foundation is off. If you're still in the 100 millions of years paradigm and under the sea paradigm, I mean, look, even the lined out bricks over here. Look at those steps. See these flat sides right here? Bang, right across there. I mean, that's nice. And you can see that all these cypress trees are like on top of something. I'm sure there's just all kind of masonry underneath these guys. You can just look at them and tell just by their weight distribution, all of it. And like the little space underneath. I mean, yeah, the limbs spill over, the roots spill over just very uniformly, but like there's some space underneath behind those roots. I mean, why would there be that? I mean, nothing but loveliness. Don't get me wrong. If I could afford to chill and sit on my tail all day long, I would surely be down here at someplace like this. Sploosh. Rope swing down there at the end. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Shaman's feeling spunky this morning, but in the best kind of way. And it's so funny. I was talking about this with my baby doll, and we talk about this whole, you know, they've commandeered the term woke. See, to me, woke means you're waking up from the BS, you know, waking up from the illusions, waking up from the propaganda. When I first heard that term, that's what I thought. Come to find out, it means the complete opposite. Huh. Interesting that it would mean the complete opposite, that they would, the media itself, take these terms. Remember I was talking about inversion, invert and suppress? Inversion. They invert anything of nature, of truth, commandeer it, repackage it, reserve it, and then they've twisted it enough that, you know, you are not in alignment with reality anymore, yet they've built this construct for you, and you are now lost in a spiral of dissonance because, you know, on some subconscious level, your body knows it's trash. I digress as we continue. Yeah. There's nothing like nature. There's nothing like the divine order, symmetry and beauty within the celestial realm. Everything shining down on us here in the water world. You know, I mean, back in the day, back at this time when all this stuff came to be, whether it was purely manifested from light. Okay, I'm gonna put an asterisk by that. That's something y'all all don't have to totally be in touch with, but or it was built from the ground up by men. Either way, they were in exact alignment and understanding and had a mastery for building things, geometry, geometrically perfect buildings, and just phenomenal, huge masonry, and just being able to marry the two, you know, the straight lines with the curves, you know, the Ra with the Mar, the you know, it's like that's science, that's perfection, not you know, lab coats and dark matter and quarks and all this chalkboard BS. You know, we're talking about real nature. We're talking about real alignment, real mastery and the ability to manifest it into a physical world. So, you know, it's like a perfect marriage of the two. So we're headed up here. Oh, not surprising. Not surprising. What we got here? More of the same. You know, so one of my last videos, I got a nice little comment that he tells me, oh, that's not hiding something. That pipe's not hiding anything, or that thing, nothing's being hidden here. I'm like, come on, lady. you're missing the bigger picture here. And I was very kind to her. And shortly thereafter, she was very polite and respectful. And shortly after that, I just said, hey, respectfully, have another look. You know, because it's kind of like an example of people that are, it needs to be a certain story for them to be okay, because, you know, they've got a lot invested in their education. And if new information comes up that competes or trumps that, then, you know, we must defend the narrative, which to me is super bizarre. It's kind of like, what they call it, Stockholm Syndrome, something like that, where you'll defend your captors, you'll defend the ones who have you imprisoned in a reality that is an inverted non-reality, actually. And she was like, that's a gauge that they have down there so they can measure this and that. I'm like, okay, be that as it may. They've got a measure. You know, they've got some measurement tool. But seriously, so what? So what? Whatever the little add-ons that are here after the fact, you still have these, you know, school bus size blocks, school bus size masonry to answer to contend with, to explain. Here's another section of canal that's just dry. It's just sitting dry. Dry as a whatever you want to compare it to. But yeah, see, there's some stacked up slabs right here. I mean, it's all the same stuff here. I mean, we don't even have to hunt for it. We're just tripping over it in every direction. Look at that. Yeah, so I had a mighty fine time at Jacob's Well. And we could probably go back there another half a dozen times and still not run out of things to shoot. But we got to keep it moving. We got to spread out the love, you know. Spread out the investigation a bit, because there's so much to cover here, guys. And when you're hot on the heels of what's real, you can't stay in one place. You know, because, you know, you got to check the boxes. Mystery solved at that location, let's keep it rocking. And, you know, now it's just like, it's everywhere. And, you know, I think anybody who's lived in this area long enough, you know it in your body. You know it in every cell of your being. That is just too perfect. Too dang perfect. Brothers and sisters, yes indeed. Wood Grinstead Amphitheater. It's an open air stage theater. This is nice. Very nice. There's a trail. I'm going to overlook. We're headed in that direction. Okay, there's folks down here with towels, so they're selling tickets this morning. Not surprising. They got the water on just enough to fill up the bathtub here. I mean, all that down here. Nothing's flowing here. It's just sitting. Right, yeah. Give Blue Hole their daily allotment. Drip, drip. Keep the lights on. Keep them smoldering. When this should all be just a raging fire of, you know, current and magnetism, just lighting this whole grid up and just cleaning, just, you know, energetically cleaning this environment nonstop and just keeping it all spun up and high vibrational. That's really, all right, this is going into my assessment of the water system itself. When you got the perfect marriage of nature, the perfect command of engineering, and you can put the two together, well then of course the water is what, you know, it's a self-cleaning system. It flows, it goes. They probably have like, just within it, it has to do, it's like a drop system. It's a density system, you know. Just put gravity on the side. That's a non-thing. That's just another idea. It can't be proven. It can't even really be explained. I dare anybody to go online, pull up some of these ridiculous, you know, Neil deGrasse Tyson or any of these fools, and they can't even explain it. What is gravity? We don't know. Next question. I mean, they're just shameless in their in their mockery of nature and truth. Look at this wide, deep cavern. Look, huge slabs down here. Big old slabs, nothing but slabs, nothing but 90-degree angles. So this was the fortress wall that we're standing on top of now. You know, above the trail, looking over, nothing but slabs, nothing but big old, thick slabs. Fired up today now. You know, so y'all keep coming here, of course, and enjoying this beautiful spot. I'm not trying to run anybody off. I'm trying to flush out I'm trying to clear the smoke around here, bro. I mean, it's thick and it's toxic. It's toxic to the lungs of the human. Baked and bubbly, toiled and troubly. Baked and bubbly, toiled and troubly. It's nothing to do with limestone, whatever. I mean, if this is limestone, whatever they're calling it, limestone, this has nothing to do with naturally forming. This is like engineered filter pieces. That's what it is. These are engineered filter pieces that break up. So yeah, there's some half-truths in there. They always got to implant, you know, they always got to disclose the truth and put that gold nugget in the shit sandwich, you know, serve it to you. So, you know, it tastes semi-truthy while you ingest the excrement of the lie, you know, at the same time. See, oh yeah, this piece of millions of year old sea life is what you're telling me. It's got a straight line and a squared off corner there with the baked and bubbly. No, I mean, so that this is a heat baked. This is microwaved, or it was a designed filter brick. Yes, to filter the water or to create the spin. That's another thing. Okay, so magnetism, the spin up. So they probably have it so that pressure, the whole pressure of the system, is going and flowing through the canals. And there's also these stones that it's kind of like that's where it creates the compression, like a jet engine. An air compressor, except in this case it's water. I mean, oh my God, look here. See this huge double slab? Just snapped off from right here. Look at that. Just laying in there. And of course, the vast majority of it is pocked out, the holes and everything. So, you know, let's call that a filter piece. See, we're developing this understanding, this broad overview. It was once broad, now we're starting to isolate the pieces of it. Okay, see here? Just such an obvious shelf of masonry. I mean, just like layers of it, layers of slabs. This is kind of getting in on this. And there will still be people that come to, you know, hit me up and want to argue the millions of years and the naturally forming and all this and that. I mean, right here, look, there's just a perfect gap between these two huge slabs. A perfect squared off gap. Yeah, so I do want to come back to this and just slow down a bit because I don't want to create confusion. I'm just throwing some of my personal assessments and speculations onto the table for us to all look at together. There's nothing for me is set in stone, pun intended. But I mean, you know, hey, we have to lean hard into the obvious stuff. But still, it's left open for interpretation. I'm just not going to have any, you know, like, you know, sea critters made this, because just go somewhere else. That ain't what this is. So let's look at these. They call these karst features. You know, these are like, this is what filters the water. It does it. Okay. I think that's kind of a truth drop. So if they're saying that filters the water, then they must know that, you know, down in the subterranean of, you know, let's go back to Jacob's Well, where it's all brick lined out and everything. And, you know, the step down of the water, it's like very decisive and, you know, angular, and just, you know, the way it all connects, it's just like, just too obviously engineered. But these karst features that we're going back to in quotes, these holes that they say filter the water. Now we're going into the questioning of that. What is that? So, and is it showing up here on the surface? Or is this just more bubbly baked, you know? But we see that on the surface here, so we don't see it down here, okay. I'm just running this through again, and then we see this on the top again, but we don't see it on the bottom adjoining piece. That's got a nice even split in it. You know, this is all just like same thickness, you know, there's some uniformity there, so we know those are man-made slabs, you know, or, you know, designed things. So just to be clear, I'm not saying it's this definitely or that definitely is regarding these holes and what made them, but that could also be, you know, the surface continues to get scalded and bubbly and heat baked, and the underpiece does not. You know, take it either way, but that's what I think. Those are my two ideas going right now. Okay, back up here, headed down the trail. We're still along the ledge there, and we're gonna just blaze on down the trail. Now this is all built out in modern stuff, as in, you know, beautiful ball field out here, soccer field, whatever, and big playground. It's really nice. I mean, city of Wimberley, the county, whoever's responsible for this, hats off to y'all for taking care of this property. But I wish somebody official would just, you know, consider some things, and let's continue to clear the smoke here, because do you want to just keep our people dumbed down in just some ridiculous pseudo world of understanding? Or do you want to say, hey, this truly was once an actualized heaven on earth, you know? And just, there's high tech here. And this is bigger. This is bigger than pioneer settlers. This is bigger than Pawpaw and Mamaw coming to Wimberley and you know, settling this place from nothing and sharing it with the primitive Indians. That's quaint and nice. It's a nice story. Or do we really want to lead the charge and say, hello, hold on, hold up, apply the emergency brake for a minute here, because we need to come together and have a little talk about this stuff. And, you know, because, you know, this is also another hot spot here in Wimberley. This is magic, this is mystery, this is mystique that pulls everybody into town, you know, Blue Hole especially down here, because there's space, you know, for people to come and enjoy. A little different than Jacob's Well, you know, it's just kind of a hole, and people jump off the top of the wall there, and that's a good time, you know, it's a nice experience. But down here, lots of shade trees, lots of place to spread out and just, you know, lounge with your lover, your family, whatever. Just enjoy life here in Texas. It's really what this is all about. I'm not saying walk around here and be angry about anything. We have to revel in the reality now. Come on, guys, this is our time. Aren't y'all sick of the okie doke? I know I am. See, got some out of town and guests, the whole family down here just enjoying nature. I mean, that's the best that life has to offer, you know. Truly is quality time with the family. Just communing with all that is truly natural. Is truly growing and keeping this grid alive, you know. It's like the straight lines of the raw and the curvy, buoyant, beautiful waves of the Ma, and you know, Father, the Mother, the Son. I mean, this is the fabric of reality. We should be tending to that and dialing back into that, so we can get back into coherence with truth and bring us back as we ascend back into this golden age. You know, Aquarius, we're on the upswing again, guys. That's the good news. It's not doom and gloom. Babylon is caving in on itself. Praise to the Almighty for it. Now let's root back into reality. Yeah. So yeah, now we're getting to the subtlety of, separating the filter pieces from the charred, baked and bubbly. Now those are significantly different. The charred, baked and bubbly, that's all superficial stuff, and the holes don't go down into. They're just, like on the top, just blah, 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 sound effects. All right, I'm a singer, I'm a musician. You're gonna get lots of those along the way. Gotta love it, man. Layers and layers and layers. I mean, 100 million years, guys, that's an awful long time. Just, sit with that for a minute. The 100 million years under the sea. Don't you think we would just be so stacked up with, I don't know, how many feet of just crust and sea life? I mean, again, that should be the dominant thing here. There should be no naked bricks, clean bricks anywhere. There should be nothing clean down here. We should just be tripping over seashells and shark bone. I mean, I don't know, just any kind of sea life, just a thick layer of crust. 100 million years of crust. Come on, guys. Again, get your head out of the clouds. It's not founded in any provable reality. You're just off in the lost vacuum of scientism. That's it. The okie doke. There's the truth right there. There's the truth right there. Illuminating our path. But all in all, you still have to wonder, the blocks with the karst holes, the karst features, they always seem to be, that's a layer of masonry. See the corner there? See the 90 degree? See the 90 degree here? Again, this wasn't down in the somewhere else under at the ocean, at the bottom of the ocean floor. I'm just right now, guys, accept the life raft that I'm throwing you. Just accept the flotation device I'm trying to chuck at you in the most loving way. This is not to be some raging jerk about any of it. This is the alarm bell. This is the wake-up call. True awakening. Not the awokening, but the awakening. Her beauty cannot be squelched. Viva the mother!